Hello guys, this is Ms. Mushra, math teacher. So today I'm going to explain to you how to divide polynomial functions using the division, the long division that we used to take in the primary school. So just a quick reminder, if you have, for instance, 120 divided by 12, so you will look and compare two digits with two digits, then you divide if it fits. So you decide that 1 times 12 is equal to 12, so you multiply here. There is a step of subtraction, then is equal to 0, then you drop down the 0, then you put a 0 here. 0 divided by 12 is equal to 0, then you multiply again, then you have to subtract. So these steps exactly that are going to be used in dividing polynomial function. So for instance, the example that we've just taken, px is equal to here 2x3 minus 5x2 minus 8x plus 15. So what are you going to do is you use the root. In the exercise, they're precising that x is equal to 3 is a 0 point. You can use this information, okay? X is equal to 3 is a root and a 0 point. It means, as the factor theorem says, that x minus k is a factor of px if k is a root of this polynomial function. So x minus k is x minus 3 actually, because k is equal to 3 in our case, times qx is our polynomial function. It's a way to factor the polynomial function. Now, the question that comes to my head, how do we find qx? So a simple math move is to divide here everything by x minus 3, both sides. So you will get here qx is equal to, I am looking for this one, px divided by x minus 3. Now if you write back the px, here is equal to 2x3. The px is here, so minus 5x2 minus 8x plus 15 divided by x minus 3. So the next step to do is to do a regular division. So how to do a regular division? So you will put here the dividend 2x3, all right, minus 5x2 minus 8x plus 15, and you will have to divide it by x minus 3. Actually, what matters most here is the first term. The first term of your polynomial function and the first term of your divisor. Here is the dividend and here is your divisor. So you'll be thinking about how to divide 2x3. Here the first term from the dividend is 2x3 by the first term of the divisor x. Now if you divide like this, you will see that 2x cubed divided by x is equal to 2x squared. So this is your quotient. Your quotient we used to write it here up. So 2x2. In the division we used to, after dividing, we used to multiply. You remember this rule, does McDonald's sell burgers? Division, multiplying, subtraction, then bringing down, then you go back to the circle. So here 2x here square. If you have 2x squared, then here you have to multiply the operation that we're going to follow, right? So 2x squared multiplied by x, here 2x squared multiplied by x minus 3. So you have to here distribute all over the way. So is equal to 2x cubed minus 3 times 2 is 6, so minus 6x squared. So I'll be writing here 2x cubed minus 6x square. So after this operation, after multiplying, we should subtract. So I'm going to subtract here this row, all of it, from this row. So 2x3 minus 2x3 is equal to 0. Minus 5x2 minus x 6x2, it's going to be minus 5x2, minus is plus 6x2. So you will get here plus x2. All right. Then minus 8x minus what? I don't have any coefficient with coming with x here, so I presume that is 0. So minus 8x minus 0 is minus 8x. Plus 15 minus 0 is plus 15. So it's like now, it's like you have a new polynomial function. So what are you going to do is you're going to again look for the first member and try to divide it by here. Try to divide it by the first here member of this divisor. So you have x2 here divided by x is equal to x. So this is the quotient. I will write it here, plus x. All right. So what do I do after this? After the division, I multiply. So x multiplied by x minus 3 is equal to, so you have to distribute all the way over. So x2 minus 3x. So what you should write here, you should write here the x2 minus 3x. Then what is the next step to do in the division? The next step to do is, yes, the next step to do is to subtract. So I'll be subtracting x2 minus x2, which is equal to 0. Then minus 8x minus 3x. So minus 8x minus 3x here, which is equal to minus 8x plus 3x, which is minus 5x here. Plus 15 minus 0 is plus 15. Now again, you have to go all over again and do the same work. So here you look at this 5x, then you try to divide it by x. So 5x here minus 5x divided by x is equal to minus 5. So I'll be writing here minus 5. Then the next step to do is multiplication again. So you have to multiply minus 5 by x minus 3. So what do you do is you have to distribute all over again. Now minus 5 times x is minus 5x. Minus 5 times minus 3 is plus 15. That what you're going to do is you have to write it back here. Minus 5x plus 15. Then what do you do next? The last step is to here subtract. So if you subtract minus 5x plus 15 minus 5x plus 15, you get 0. So there is no remainder. You should stop here. Now the quotient actually that you got here, qx, is the quotient. Px divided by x minus 3 is the result, which is equal to 2x squared plus x minus 5. So my qx finally, the qx, the answer is qx here, according to this whole operation that we just did, is equal to 2x here is a square, yes, it's square, plus x here minus 5. So this is it. You got it. Now how to write the new form of px? I've told you that px is equal to x minus 3 times qx. So you may write here px is equal to x minus 3 here times 2x2 plus x minus 5. And all over again, you have to here to decompose this into you have to factor, or you may even solve it the same way with the quadratic formula, all right, the formula, by formula. So if you put px is equal to 0, all right, if you want to solve it, px is equal to 0, then this is equal to 0, and you try to find your roots. X is equal to 3, and you find here the x, and you find the other x here. Then you make the table, and then you give values, and then you compare the endings, the behavior of the endings. Then you try to graph and go through all the points before and after that you already gave values in the graph, and you calculated through this polynomial function, the factored one, and not the complicated one. That's it. So this was about how to divide polynomial function by another, let's say, a small polynomial function. That's it for today. I hope it was clear, and if you practice more, you will be fine.